The Pastor Rollins and I go back a few years. Matter of fact, I didn't even know they had a ministry going at the time. And somehow he found me on Facebook and asked me how my church was doing. I didn't even know that he knew that I was doing anything as far as ministry at the time. But there's some time went by and I responded to him one time, and then some time went by and I finally responded again and said, I'm gonna go see what they're doing over there. So I looked up the website and sent a text message or something to him saying, hey, y'all look good in your picture. So in my mind I said, well, let me go see what they're doing. So I drove over to I think it was their second location at the time, and stopped in, just sat in the back, kind of observed everything, and I was a visitor, and so I just, after service, I went by and spoke to him, and I went on back home. The next couple Sundays, I was still going to a ministry that I was a part of, and then finally I said, well, I'm gonna go back and visit again. So the second time I went back to visit, I think Pastor Ursula was actually preaching that Sunday, and of course she brought a powerful word, and I went up for prayer because I was in the middle of transition and trying to figure out what God was telling me to do, what he wanted me to do at that time. And so after I went up for prayer, God kind of gave me a release from where I was. And so I said, well, since I have a release, I still had to figure out whether this ministry is going to be the ministry for me or not. And so I just kind of waited on God to see what he was going to say. That was my first experience at RCC. It's really taken me to another place because, you know, God is always about elevation. And I've always said, even to Pastor Rowland, you know, a threefold cord is not easily broken. And when they're intertwined and working together for one purpose, then God will always be in the midst of it. And so even outside of here, I've seen God just send increase into my ministry as far as my level of seeking after him, my level of enduring people. I've always been a hard sergeant at arms, so to speak. And so my level of comfort with loving kindness, I always use that scripture, with loving kindness have I drawn thee, and if he's drawn me through loving kindness, then I need to help draw other people through loving kindness. So to put that all in a nutshell, God has saved me all over again.
True.